All right. Welcome back.
Manitoba Power. I'm D.
I'm T.
Episode
21.
21.
21
20.
for our French listeners. That was extremely good French.
Yes.
So this week, instead of doing kind of a provincial forecast and stuff like that, we couldn't not talk about some big news that came out
Yes.
in the powerlifting realm. They may.
You ever buy
smells like shit.
You ever buy a stock and it go to zero?
Yeah. Did anyone with that Haktua coin? You wouldn't know that.
Yeah, I do know that.
You do?
I am a stocks guy and crypto guy.
Okay. So did you invest?
Not in the Haktua coin.
Oh, okay.
I missed out.
Well, you
on
didn't.
Losing my money.
Yeah. Missed an opportunity on losing money.
Missed another opportunity to go broke.
Yeah.
Hey, the stocks kept me open during the pandemic.
Yeah.
I made some money. That's how I kept this place afloat.
So we gotta do crypto. We gotta do a crypto
episode.
epi. Yeah.
Yeah. You ever hear of safe moon?
No. See now I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
let's go back to hockey. Let's go back to hockey.
Yeah, they definitely know. But anyways, these are like stocks that are now worthless because this is $1,100, I think ish.
Yeah.
In stuff I bought, thinking I'd be able to use it at the World Championships, at the North Americans, stuff like that. Big high-level events that are now useless.
Get them out of here.
Get them out of here. April 7th, top news. Please be advised that the knee sleeves listed below will be removed from the IPF-approved apparel and equipment for use at IPF competitions with immediate effect. But not immediate, because the Open World Championships needs to happen first. So it goes until the 18th of August of this year, which is before Master Worlds. So I can't use my sleeves at Worlds. But the Opens can, and that's because the Opens make money, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, all the stiff sleeves are banned, and there's a couple reasons for that. I don't know what they are. Probably.
There's no way of knowing.
Well,
so this is, in terms of myself, because I got bigger calves probably than quads.
Yes.
So I could never get
huge advantage, by the way.
Huge. Yeah, huge advantage. It works well for weightlifting. Doesn't do much for powerlifting, especially if because I do have the insers, but I had to get the biggest size to fit over my calves.
Yes.
Which make them looser on my knees.
Exactly.
But I think the A7 rigor mortis, those are the A7s, right? The rigor mortis that are banned.
Yeah.
So those ones have a camber to them.
Yes.
So those would probably work better for a calf heavy guy like myself.
They're still very hard to get over your calves.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should have had a plate demonstration where we put a plate on.
They make a version of this that's not stiff.
Yeah.
Whether or not I'm going to support them and buy another pair, I don't know.
TBD.
I will say this is the only sleeve I ever bombed a meet in. I bombed provincials when I wore these.
Thanks, Inzer.
I 100% blame Inzer.
Yeah, it's a knee sleeves, I think.
Don't sue me.
Yeah.
Just my opinion. But yeah, A7. I like the what's this called? Hourglass. And the rigidity was what took my hip pain away. I'm not a doctor, but
well, you are.
Could have been
squat doc.
Yeah, squat doc. No, then I'd be like Dr. Dr. Kevorkian.
Yeah.
Or something, the guy that
Doc squat. Then we'll change it up.
No. I'm sad because I decided to squat without knee sleeves. I don't know if you've ever done that.
Yeah, that's weightlifting, Bubba. That's pretty much. Yeah, it's humbling
experience. By the way, I didn't know my knees made those sounds.
Yeah, it makes you feel all sort of things.
Yeah, and shows my age. I think it took about 40 kilos off my working squat.
Yeah.
I don't think it helps 40 kilos, but confidence-wise, it definitely took some weight off. There's been many statements from A7, Hansu.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen one from Inzer yet.
I haven't seen one from Inzer, and that's like, I think that's one of the, I think A7 and actually, I think it goes A7, Second is probably, in terms of what I've seen, even at nationals, is Inzer first,
Mhm.
A7 next,
Mhm.
and then Hanzu third.
Mhm.
But I think, yeah, get them out of here. I like the Inzers. Do I think they help? 100%.
100%. They do. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think if you're saying they don't, you may be lying to yourself, or, but
You
well,
wouldn't
I
be.
don't know, but maybe your or maybe your squad is pretty comparable to like an SBD or not as
Yeah.
rigid.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think if you have an objective eye and you're looking at it at an equipped lifter, I always say equipped, and
Yes,
Sue and
that's
Brock
been a
hate
very
me.
common
Hate
theme.
me.
I've got a lot of
Yeah.
messages. I didn't want to tell you,
They hate it.
but I get a lot of
Equipped.
DMs. Yeah.
I'd throw another ED on that.
Yeah.
Equipped lifters, when they wrap their knees and how they walk, they can't bend their knees.
Yeah.
You throw on these stiff knee sleeves, it's a lot of the same thing.
Exactly. And if it didn't help, why would you be upset with them banning
Yeah,
it?
I'm like, oh, rats.
Yeah, like, oh shucks, it doesn't help, so why do
Well,
I care? It does help,
Those
a
little
lot,
rascals, huh?
which is the whole point of them being banned. But there's probably some other controversy we don't know about, some statements around how materials changed.
Yep.
I actually have proof of this.
Oh,
I do.
ran a study.
But I'm
party,
going to say this is
off the record.
off the record. I'm going to say this is an opinion because
okay.
I don't want to get sued.
Yeah. So what's your opinion?
My opinion is that I had a client buy knee sleeves from one of these companies.
Yeah.
Then I bought some
Mm-hmm.
about 2 months later, and they weighed 50% less.
Yours did?
Mine did, than the previous ones. So we wrote a little letter, and they said not possible. So then the client that had bought a pair wanted a different size, so she bought another pair.
Yeah.
We weighed them, same size, or yeah, it was the same size. She wanted a second pair at the same size for competition.
Yeah.
Weighed them, 50% less.
Ooh.
Right. So.
And which one was more rigid? The first one.
The first one was more rigid, which is interesting because that was the one that was approved before the materials changed.
Mm-hmm.
We wrote another letter. They wrote us back. Sorry, this happened. The manufacturing is done by a third party. Blah 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 blah. Here, you want another pair for free? They sent another pair for free. Weighed them again, 50% less. So 2 of my clients have the original stiff approved sleeve, which actually helped more.
Yeah.
Than these newer ones that help less, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Don't sue me. I didn't name the company anyways, but it does happen. We have all the emails that show this. We have photos of the scales. I have videos of me putting them on the scales. So one of the sleeves did change manufacturers, certainly for certain.
Yeah.
For certain, which is unfortunate. Whether or not this is why they were banned, I don't know. It sounds like there's some financial mishaps and payments, and you don't know because there's a he said, she said. Anyways, these sleeves banned. These sleeves
gone.
A7 sponsor me, and I'll just wear the non-stiff ones.
Yeah. Yeah. That was an attempt at a sponsorship.
Oh, look at my DMs. Yeah. I'm talking to A7 almost daily.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sponsor me. I'm an old, terrible lifter, but I will wear A7 instead of SBD if I can get a discount. 10% off. 50% off, and I'll wear them because I get 50% off with SBD. So
that's a pitch.
Yeah, so that's
a pitch.
I'm using this vehicle to enrich my lifestyle.
You don't have to sponsor me, A7, but
he's still an open. So if he went to Worlds, he'd get 100% off.
Yeah.
For SBD.
Hey.
You know that? Yeah, you get your garb is free. Well, once you become a master, it's only 50% free.
I'm looking at my projected, and it's not looking good, Bubba.
So buy M1 or M2.
Yeah, buy M2.
Yeah.
After provincials that just happened and my performance there, I'll likely be prepping for a weightlifting meet in the summer. But we'll do westerns.
Cool.
What
else do we have to say about Sleevegate other than it's an unfortunate mishap?
It's a mishap. That it's unfortunate. I think it brings an unbiased aspect that obviously, like maybe not a lot of people talking about, but are talking about how SBD stay kind of tried and true to their sleeves.
Yeah.
And that, a lot of the lifters, especially in open, there's a lot of lifters that just wear those that
Yes.
have big squats.
Yes.
So a lot of the top people don't wear those.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, the argument that people are using, that it doesn't help your squat because a lot of the big guys use them. So then I would just say, like, it could be a preference, but if you're looking at the back room and if you're looking at yourself, like you doing a bodyweight squat with those very stiff knee sleeves, likely not hitting depth.
Yeah.
If you're needing a load to bring you down to hit depth, is it assisting you?
It is.
Likely. Any knee sleeve is going to assist you from like the bundling of the material behind the knee to
Yeah.
give you that pop out of the bottom.
The pop out of the bottom, the confidence,
Yeah.
like
The support, like
support.
that's what they're for. We use them in rehab all the time. Maybe not SPDs, but there's like for weightlifting, there's essentially like a sock that you just put over your knees to help with like just keep your knees warm, which feels good.
Yeah.
But a lot of these arguments could be solved by just the theme here is just get stronger.
Yeah, just give us our money back.
Yeah, or that. Yeah, just get stronger.
Like,
total will go up.
And stuff I can't use.
Yeah,
and it could be a trust thing too with a brand, right? Like, do I spend my money?
Yeah.
If I don't know if the product is still going to be usable in a year,
mm-hmm.
right? So, I think there needs to be clarification. I think that some of the companies need to do something, maybe a coupon code for a new pair of sleeves, but like I said, I had 3 pairs of sleeves. That's almost $1,000 with import fees that I can't use.
Gone.
And I can't sell them because nobody wants them.
We could sell them.
I could.
Yeah.
You want to buy some?
Not a chance.
Okay.
Well, they won't fit me. These
Yeah,
calves.
the calves. I can't believe your calves are bigger than your quads.
I mean, that was unscientific evidence, but it's likely. It's likely.
Well.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, that's a very brief episode 21.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah, you heard it here first.
You heard it here probably
You heard it here last.
But that was a debacle for the ages.
Yeah.
The knee sleeve gate.
Yeah. Ongoing knee sleeve gate.
Ongoing.
Gate
Stay tuned. Open. Stay subscribed.
Yeah.
And we'll tell you more later.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah. I'm D. This is T. And we're late for work.
Yeah.
It's caught in the crossfire.